Hey guys, your boy Bob here. I wanted to rank the raid since the new VOG came out about a week ago. I'm ranking both D1 and D2's VOG, just to let you know, as they are mechanically different raids now at this point. And this is all my opinion, of course. But of course, and Turbo, of course, this is all my opinion. And my opinions are always right, by the way, so, because I'm kind of just peak Destiny. Yeah. I'm kind of just better than everyone, you know, fuck you D1 Alphabet, you're your bottom three, you ain't shit. So starting off with the list, we're starting off at numero 13, Cratos End. I don't think I need to even explain why this raid is literally at the bottom. There are so many things wrong with this raid. The raid literally has lame-ass music, with the only testosterone-filled music is the 30 seconds you get with Cratos' sword at the final encounter. The Abyss is boring, the bridge encounter is beyond boring, and no jokes can even be made here. Ryu is actually solid because it is the only part of the raid where your brain has to be turned on for about 5 minutes before you can turn it back off. Crota himself looks really cool, as well as he looks like a final boss and is very cinematic, if you're wielding the sword. Only 1 out of 6 players can have the 30 seconds of enjoyment, making this encounter semi-fun for one person. The Age of Triumph version added the oversoul after each down to give the 5 something to do, which is just really fucking sad. The loot is pretty garbage. I don't care what any of you say. The only good things that came from this raid is Black Hammer and Hunger of Crota. In Age of Triumph, the only good drops that drops is literally only Hunger of Crota, because Black Spindle replaced Black Hammer, and finally the armor just looks absolutely amazing. I think we can all agree with that. The armor is one of the best. It looks great with and without the ornaments. And no matter what, no matter how you look at the raid, it's still just fucking dog shit. It's a really bad fucking raid. I am always on the edge. No. I did say this tier list is my opinion, but I think it's just factual evidence that Cratos End is just a fucking horrible raid. Like, you compare it to every other raid, you're looking at like it's like comparing dog shit to gold-plated god tier content, or whatever I'm trying to say here. It's this, yeah, it just sucks. You know, me and my friend built a Minecraft version of of Cratos End, and it is better than actual Cratos End, and that's the irony. So yeah. Number 12, Wrath of the Machine. Yeah, I don't like Wrath of the Machine. First, let me give you some good reasons. First of all, it is Fallen, and Fallen are the least fun enemies to fight. Yes. Second of all, Siva is garbage, and makes the Fallen even worse. Now, the raid itself is pretty good. You know, I don't really care. The raid is good. I just don't like it at all. It had the worst LFG out of any raid in Destiny history, next to like Garden of Salvation. If you did this raid in D1 and tried LFG, you were near guaranteed to fail or have an unbearable experience with the most douchey and unlikable assholes of the community. There was no in between. The encounters literally make me notice how much more fun Spire Stars does the ball mechanics. Because, like, okay, so let's get to the actual raid itself. The intro is one of the best introductions to a raid, where you actually get to fight and damage the first boss before going to his actual room. Introduce you to the main mechanic of the raid, Siva charges. The boss fight is, yeah, it's okay. Nothing really special. There's not really any jokes to make about it. It's kind of just that run-of-the-mill, usual, normal boss. But then, like, the raid just ramps up, hits the peak right here. On the fucking Death to Zamboni, the otherwise known as the Siege Machine, is easily the best and most fun encounter in the whole raid. It is so unique, and for a mid-raid encounter, it is possibly one of the best, if not the best one. So many jokes can be made, and everyone gets to put their back into the funniest X-Scored experience in a video game, and it doesn't include NPCs. And you get to see this motherfucking machine fall off the wall of the fucking tower. Wait, no, not the tower. The wall of the fucking Cosmodrome, and it's fucking awesome. Like, holy shit. And then there's Axis Phase 1. Yeah, Axis Phase 1 is, you're just throwing balls and playing a kindergarten game of using the right color Scourge cannons on the correct colored servitors. And in fact, in Axis Phase 2 is practically the exact same encounter, except Axis moves around the room, and, like, it's is you just shoot more servitors and just throw the balls at him, and that's like, and then he like, that's practically the encounter. That's practically the main mechanics. Like Axis is like, okay, like here's the other gimmick. Half the team is practically given this special buff that allows them to jump on. That when you drop Axis' shield, that person with the buff is able to go to his back to begin the damage phase. Well, damage phase begins the moment you break his shield. Then you have to dunk the overflow in his back to give him a stun for a couple seconds, and do it 2 more times after that. It's pretty cool. But on LFG, it is, oh my god, I've seen too many people not been able to make it to Axis' back like in time. And these motherfuckers are like straight up Titan skaters. They just dead ass can't reach him. And it makes me fucking fume with anger. Because it is so fucking annoying. It's not that hard. Like, come on. Like, well, at least Axis is really generous and gives you 4 plates that you can step on, for 4 extra DPS attempts. Assuming you don't miss his back. Like, then there's also, like, the music of the raid is also great. You got Eyes Up Guardian with the plates. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. When Axis teleports to the center and it's time to get on the plates, that music, that shit hits hard. It hits mad hard. Shit makes it feel cinematic as fuck when that Siva density critical goes off. Now, as for the loot is garbage. You guys can't lie. It's garbage. I'm pretty sure, because only the scout rifle and the pulse rifle were pretty good. Like, everything else kind of just sucked. Outbreak Prime was garbage. The sniper rifle garbage. The machine gun garbage. The rocket launcher garbage. The hand cannon garbage. The auto rifle garbage. The shotgun garbage. All of them garbage. Like, they were all just straight dog shit. And also, Outbreak Prime is just really bad, especially when you compare it to its D2 counterpart. And the armor set is carried by its ornament because it looks like straight, like actual dog shit without it. Number 11, the Deepstone Crypt. This is actually my least favorite raid ever made. I hate everything about this raid. Why isn't it number 13, you asked? Well, because the loot is absolutely amazing. The armor sets for all characters look solid and have good mix set potential. The weapons, specifically Heritage, Succession, and Posterity, are absolutely amazing weapons. Heritage is literally the best kinetic slug shotgun in the whole game, because I'm pretty sure it's the only one aside from Chaperone, but no one uses Chaperone in PvE. Like, the weapons also all look phenomenal, and Reconstruction is one of the best perks ever created in Destiny, and Eye of Tomorrow is a great raid exotic and is very, very fun to use. Now let's get to the actual bad part, the parts that I don't like. The entire raid itself, like, okay, so here's one. It's Fallen. Wow, whoop-de-doo, I hate the Fallen. Then there is more disappointment that came with this raid. There were only 4 brigs the entire raid, and none of which were in an encounter. There was not one in an actual encounter. There was no Vex in the raid, which is what I was expecting, knowing that this was going to be, okay, Clovis is going to be a part of this raid. Like, this raid left me with so much sadness and crippling saying, I couldn't go outside to touch grass in, like, the past year since this raid came out, and it made me sad. Raid is stinky, poopy water. So, like, okay, so every encounter, like, kind of just sucked. Crypt security was, like, the only good part of the whole raid. Atrax was garbage. Descent is, like, Death Zamboni if they just kind of ran out of budget. And then there's Taniks, so just fuck Taniks. Everything about Taniks is the worst part of the whole raid. So, like, security is just it's just meh. It's just a mediocre encounter. Atrax is just bad. Crypt security, I already said, discount Death Zamboni. They ran out of budget. We don't even get a cutscene of the spaceship crashing. We just get a loud noise and a white screen. And then we get to talk about Taniks. Taniks was the shit cherry on top of the ice cream coiled shit. He made an already disappointing raid extremely disappointing. Of all bosses I expected to be a final boss, it was not Taniks. Like, think about this shit, guys. You fight the time conflux. You fight this hive god, another hive god, the perfected machine god, the king of the fucking the king of the goddamn Leviathan, the motherfucking planetary core, the fucking lead of the siege of the Red Legion, the fucking wish granting dragon, a giant fucking walking nuclear mech, fuck the wielder of the crown of sorrow, a motherfucking giant Vex mind in the middle of a fucking cum lake, and then you come to Taniks. Cause you have gotten any more lame than Taniks. Not just Taniks, it's Taniks on a ship! Taniks on a fucking, not a ship, on a fucking shank! They put him on a shank! I hate this boss. I hate him. I hate everything about him. His Shadow Thief Strike already sucked. There could have been so many. He does not feel like a final boss. Penapatese and fucking Zol of 1,000 voices. No, not of War of 1,000s was a far better final bosses. Story mission. The 3 soul divisive minotaurs in the Black Garden mission, like the final story mission of the vanilla Destiny 1, was a cooler final boss. The fucking fight, like fucking Gaul was a cooler final boss in the fucking Red Red War campaign. Like there's just so, like the giant meatball was a better boss. There were so many better bosses. Aramis was a better fucking boss than Taniks in his, like, holy shit, I fucking hate Taniks. Taniks sucked a major dick. What was his encounter again? Oh yeah, you kind of carry these nuclear charges and you kind of just eradicate them from existence. Yeah, fuck this encounter. This raid just sucks. The soundtrack is great, but yeah, the raid itself just fucking sucks. Fuck this raid. Fuck Deepstone Crypt. If you like this raid, fuck you and fuck your mother. I banged her too. Get nutted on. Number 10. Vault of Glass in Destiny 1. This raid, it was very boring. First time I beat this raid, I didn't actually get a chance to do anything. They just told me to jump off the map at Atheon, and they just 5-manned his entire encounter, and that was it. And then I learned the raid like a week later, and found out why they all had like 0 enthusiasm throughout the whole raid. It is so goddamn boring. There is like no music aside from like the Venus ambient music in that first 10 seconds of Atheon when he appears. That's all you get. The encounters are bare bones and boring and just not enjoyable. Sure, this was the first raid, but it doesn't stop me from fucking disliking it. I don't really give a shit. But the loot was where it really mattered. This shit was top tier. Fatebringer, the God hand cannon. This shit was more exotic than Thorin, Last Word, Hawkmoon, and all those other fucking guns. Then there was Vision of Chadfluence, the best scout rifle in Destiny, hands down. There is no better scout rifle, and you can't say otherwise. Next is Hezen Vengeance, the coolest rocket launcher. Got Merv Mini, by the way. There's the Virgin cluster bombs and the Chad Merv Mini. Then we got Praeton's Revenge, the cool, pretty wicked sniper, great in PvP, great in PvE, very fun sniper. Then there's the Praetorian's Foil, the Found Verdict, and of course the Vex Chad class. That gun was awesome. The armor looked mediocre until the Age of Triumph ornaments. Like, it had had an amazing roster, had good looking ornament armor, but the raid itself was just very boring. I didn't like it. You can literally ask people who first played D2, if they went back and played the original. I've seen on Twitter multiple people never going back playing D1 for the first time, did Volta Glass, and were like, wow, this raid is lame. And that was about what they got from it, which is the same I got from it. I played it back when it was the only raid, before Dark Below even dropped. Well, a week before Dark Below, I think. Wait, no, I did it during Dark Below, because I didn't own the DLC at the time for the first couple weeks. And yeah, Volta Glass kind of just sucks. Spire Stars is number 9, and I actually don't have much to say about this raid. At the time, I never actually had the chance to play Spire Stars because I didn't own the Warmind DLC. This was directly after Curse of Osiris. I just didn't feel like playing after Curse of Osiris. That shit drained me of my soul. And then I find, Forsaken came out. I played Forsaken. I loved Forsaken. That was when I played Destiny the most. And then I went back and did Spire Stars. And I couldn't actually find a team I was only able to find a team that did the encounter right before the final boss. It was pretty fun to play, and the balls were just pretty fun to throw, and it felt cool as hell blowing up entire Cabal ships, and learning the encounters is also very fun. And then the final boss is absolutely fucking awesome. Bro, so much shit is going on. You were literally reenacting Space Jam with Callus's Michael Jordan. It was so fucking cool. And of all the final stands, this is possibly one of the best, if not the coolest final stand of any boss. This dude literally launches these balls across the whole map, and everyone has to scatter them to throw it at him, and then chip off the final edge of his shield. It was so fucking cool. I don't even remember what the loot of the raid was. It was probably garbage anyways, other than like the sleeper catalyst, and sleeper is just straight fucking garbage in this game. But it was one hell of an experience, and the armor looks pretty goofy. I think that was the Beetle Funny armor. So yeah, cool raid. Number 8, Destiny 2's Volta Glass. This goes here because it is a solid remaster. Confluxes are still boring, but they improved it by making it 5 times shorter than the original. Oracles suck, not because it is hard, but because it is staring simulator. The enemies exist, but they kind of just don't do anything. It's just a very lame rhythm game. And then Templar dies in 3 seconds. Gatekeepers takes 2.5 years to complete. Atheon is pretty cool. And I don't really have much to say about them because I don't really care. I didn't really care too much. The loot is great, though we lost Praeton's timepiece and Atheon's Chatterlog and the Praetorian's foil. Sad. This raid is mainly lower because Praetorian's foil was left out because I'm pretty sure Bungie. This is my headcanon. This is my headcanon here. But Bungie doesn't want to give us a Reservoir's Burst Praetorian's foil because it's an exact solar replica of Loaded Question, because they know Null Composure and Plug 1 aren't as good as Loaded Question, because those two guns are a lie. Also, the raid still has no music. The raid still has no music, but I don't really care at that point. Number 7, Eater of Worlds. This raid is funny. I played a lot of Curse of Osiris, but I think I did this raid 0 times during Curse of Osiris, and I think I did it 2 times total in Forsaken, and it was very fun to play. Hopscotch was funny. Then there was the opening the boss's shield by playing a weird game of laser tag. Then the best part, the best thing to have ever come to Destiny, Argos. I don't even need to say more. Argos, the funniest boss ever made. Look at this dude. It's fucking Argos. The boss fight was fun, and the prism that he shot at you to take you away was really funny looking. And Argos is just really funny. Like, his lore is literally that he got sucked up by the Leviathan and he's just there. Name something more Chad than that, other than Axis. Bro, Argos. And I'm gonna say Argos got a funny design. It's Argos. We worship Argos. Argos is funny. This drawing of Argos is peak Argos. And Argos plays in a recurring role in Entropy Chronicles, which you should read. And to read Entropy Chronicles, go into the description down below and join my Discord. Be really appreciated. Also, Zenith of Your Kind was one of my favorite shotguns to use, which I'm pretty sure I got it from Eater of Worlds. Because I'm sure it dropped, because I know it was the shotgun and the grenade launcher, the only 2s that dropped from Argos, other than the armor. Number 6, the Leviathan. Leviathan was fun in its own right. League's better than Destiny 1's first raid. As a vanilla raid, it was better than VOG. The atmosphere is really cool. Callus is cool. A giant fucking planet-eating space whale is also very fucking cool. The loot was amazing. Sins of the Past, Ghost Primus, Midnight Coop, Alone as God, Inaugural Dress, and Conspirator, and a great looking armor set. And also, fuck that. And also, there's that SMG, but who cares about that thing? Legend of Acris is pretty fun, but was utter dog shit until you got its catalyst. Banner Room was kind of bad. It was pretty boring. But the Underbelly made up for this shit. The Underbelly is super fucking awesome. It is this entire network, and I love how it just connected throughout the entire Leviathan, allowing you to skip the Banner Room. It is so fucking cool, and I thought it was great. The encounters, like Bass, is a generic plate encounter with funny crystals destroyed. It's kind of basic. Dogs was Gorgon's Labyrinth, but you were forced to kill all of them. This encounter is good and terrible. The dogs are super glitchy and goofy, but it is fun for all 6 players to play at the same time. Then it's hard for being a shitty encounter, but it's also a good encounter at the same time. Then there was the Gauntlet, aka the game show encounter, was decently fun if you played with friends or clanmates, but LFG was a 50-50. You're either gonna end up with people calling you racial slurs and leaving the game, or you guys were going to have a successful time with it. And then of course Callus himself was an amazing final boss. The throne room was jam-packed with ads, They needed to hit the Scion that wasn't called out to progress the Void Room team, and then shoot down Cratos at the right time to get maximum damage possible. The Void Room, what they have to do is kill Scions and sign projections, read out symbols to find the outlier, progress and shoot skulls to get stacks to deal damage to Callus. You had 4 fucking plates to deal damage to Callus, and he would nuke each plate, whichever plate the team stepped on after a few. The sound check was okay, but the main shine of the raid was its loot, the underbelly, and Callus. Like, they were really fucking wicked. And you can't lie, that shit was high testosterone. Number 5, Crown of Sorrow. Hot damn, Crown of Sorrow was fucking awesome first time through, and it was still fun after the first time, but of course the initial encounter was boring. But like the first half of the raid was bad, like boring after the first few times, but then Deception and Gowron? Deception and Gowron? I repeat, Deception and Gowron are some of the best encounters in Destiny. Like, it's the best raid encounters in Destiny history. Deception does everything right. It is an actual perfect encounter. Like you get, it's 3 teams of 2. You get 3 teams of 2 that separates the room in 3 in a clock, and then goes in a clockwise order. And like Deception spawns on one side, which is the end, which you will learn that is the end point of the this whole damage sequence. Well, not damage sequence. DPS buildup. Then the other team, then the first, the team that goes first, that starts off the encounter, are the ones that get the green pool of cum. That green pool of cum allows you to damage the invincible enemies. I haven't even got to explain this. There's the Witch's Blessing, and then there's Witch's Blessing allows you to hit enemies that can only be hurt. There are enemies that can only be hurt by Witch's Blessing, while there's enemies that can only be hurt with players that don't have Witch's Blessing. It's a really cool fucking encounter, and like you go in a full circle, passing the buff in a specific sequence, which you'll end up with 3 or 4 by the end. And what you did here was Deception, if you took too long, would do his ritual, and the person with the witch's buff has to punch him. Well, yeah, a person with the buff and without the buff have to punch him to break his shield to deal damage, and it was pretty fucking cool. And it was one hell of a fucking boss fight experience, and it was so fucking cool. Like, the dynamic between Witch's Blessing and those without it was fucking great. And then Gowron, I don't even know how to explain Gowron. There's so much that happens in this boss raid. You need to watch a guide or run to truly witness the greatness that is Deception and Gowron. They were something awesome. And the armor set is, fucking awesome looking. The weapons are solid. Gowron's right hand, the Scout's kind of okay. The shotgun, AK, at the time, the second shotgun to roll with a 1-2 punch, which was at the time peak of the Liar's Handshake combo. This raid was fucking wicked. Number 4, King's Fall. This raid is a certified hood classic. Amazing build-up, all good boss fights. This raid was the final boss of Plates. Despite standing on plates for 99% of the raid, it was fucking badass. Totems was just there to fill out the Bungie checklist of boring first tedious encounters. Then War Priest, Giga Chad War Priest. Reaching his DPS phase is cool. One guy read the runes while everyone else steps on the plates and the sequence that he tells everyone to. The DPS phase is cool because one person had to use this aura. Well, one person had the aura, which everyone had to stand in to deal damage to War Priests, and they extended the DPS timer by killing the acolytes one at a time. And you can maximize the DPS phase depending on how you kill the acolytes in time. If you can max time that shit at the exact 0th second, good on you. Oh my god. Sorry about that one. Golgoroth was an absolute unit. One person takes gaze, drop a orb, and deal damage. That was as much as you need to know about that. Sisters was more plates and aura shields. One person gets torn between dimensions, and 3 players have to step in plates in the correct order to create platforms for the taken person to use to get the buff to steal one of the sisters' shields and deal DPS. It was a pretty cool encounter that, it still required everyone to keep their brains active. Then Oryx. Okay, guys, I think we already know. Oryx, one of the coolest final bosses. This dude, when he appeared, everyone's jaw dropped. They see this man pull up 20 times his original height. They're like, bro. Even though this encounter can't be sped up and it gets annoying after the first few times, you can't fucking lie that this shit had possibly one of the greatest surprise factors in any raid. And this was with knowing Oryx was the final boss. We knew Oryx was the final boss. But then DSC hits us with Tanics, and that's dog shit. That's just really bad. Straight dog shit. Fuck DSC, by the way. Number 3, Garden of Salvation. This is one of those you love it or hate it raids, as well as it shares the bad LFG with the Wrath of the Machine, unfortunately. But this raid is Vex, not Fallen, so that's already a bonus. And it takes place in one of the most beautiful places in Destiny, the Black Garden. Raid looks gorgeous and the music is phenomenal, with Sanctified's theme being one of my favorites in Destiny. The encounters are solid. You know, first encounter is a high speed chase where everyone, you know, has to kind of just, it's somewhat like a high speed speed run practically. And like you have to open these doors by playing this fucking game of connect the dots, but the Guardians are the dots, while half the team has to pick up these voltaic overflow energy so no one gets fucking nuked. And you know, of course, like most raids, it needs a boring, tedious encounter, and Garden has that too with the baseball stadium. It is boring, yes. But then after that comes, you know, the awesome boss, Consecrated Mind, where he forces you to play Gambit 3.0. Which, you know, isn't too bad, because you're not being invaded by losers using Queenbreaker's bow to aimbot you from across the entire map with their hit scan weapon. So there's that. You know, after you get 30 motes, you're supposed to gather 30 motes, dunk it at the relay, and the boss comes over. You know, half the team has to follow the boss, shoot his eyes, and get these special buffs. Well, get the voltaic overflows that they got from the first encounter. And, like, you know, when you dunk all 30 motes inside the relay, the Consecrator will move over to that relay, and everyone gets to destroy his eyes, and then you have to chase him down as he backs up towards the center of the map for the DPS phase. And it is pretty fucking cool, and if you're too slow, there's gonna be a wall that blocks you from dealing damage to him. It's pretty fucking cool. Like, then there's like, and then, you know, my favorite looking boss ever. You know, the best looking thing in Destiny, in my opinion, Sanctified Mind. His lore is that he is just here to be cool. Like, he doesn't need lore. He literally is just there, and that's all he needs to be. Like, come on, that's a chatter right there. Sanctified has a phenomenal theme and design, a cool ass encounter that requires multiple teams of twos of nonsense. Or he can be one of those chads that go like, you can have two people going on the left and one person immediately going on the right, like a Giga Chad. Like, you know, to do both at the same time. If you're that much of a, you know, legend, you know. Like, Sanctified, like, during the boss fight will, like, destroy the platforms in a team, and, you know, you can, like, repair the platforms, and it's, you know, solid, you know, that's pretty cool, and, like, gives you, like, less wiggle room if the platforms that are beneath you are destroyed, because, you know, you're literally fighting him in a giant pool of cum, literally fighting him at the cum lake. Same thing where you fight in the inverted spire, where you fight that boss in the cum lake as well. And in the cum lake, you know, when you finally fill up all the relays, the boss will go into his damage phase, which lasts for 10 seconds, which is, I don't mind it, it's pretty funny, it's really burst damagey. And, yeah, by the way, you can extend his DPS phase, but if you do that, you don't deserve to play Destiny, because no one unironically does that. So, Pingus. Then comes the loot. The armor set for all three looks solid, but most importantly, the hunter gets the best gloves and cloak. You know, my fellow hunters out there, you all know that the Garden of Salvation gloves and cloak all look absolutely phenomenal, and you can't lie. The weapons all look beautiful, but most of them are straight dog shit. Prophet of Doom sucks, Reckless Oracle sucks, Gospel sucks, Sniper sucks, Zealot's Reward is good, Bow sucks, but Sacred Providence is the best pulse rifle in the whole series, so you can't disagree on me on that. Sacred Providence is the best. Like, you know, the raid didn't have any power-ups, which was kind of sad, but, you know, it made up with possibly one of the best exotic weapons ever. You know, Divinity is fucking awesome. Divinity is a fucking trace rifle that places a funny bubble, and it's really fucking cool, and it really is really cool, and it looks super cool, and it shoots super cool. It's a funny laser gun, and it's used in pretty much every raid because it's just that useful, and it's just used. It can also be used in Masters, Grandmasters. It's just a great fucking weapon. It was just so good. This raid is underrated, and in my opinion, is something absolutely fucking amazing. And of course, as my opinions are factual, this is number 3 best raid ever created, so there's that. Number 2, Scourge of the Pass. I'm keeping this masterpiece short. Like, bro, this raid, perfect. I know what you're saying. There's Fallen in this raid. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm gonna be real with you. I think I've shot a total of like 5 dregs, 2 captains, like 1 vandal throughout every single completion. Like, combined, I don't think if I did kill them, it was probably by accident because they were in the way. This isn't a Fallen raid. This raid belongs to Insurrection Prime. Fuck the Fallen. They don't exist in this raid. They're not it belongs to the Berserkers and Insurrection. That's where this raid belongs to. Fallen, never heard of them. Like, bro, this raid is peak fucking fun. If you played this raid, you probably most likely had a fucking blast of your time, especially if you had friends with you. This raid has no difficulty. It is so fucking easy, but it is so fucking fun and goofy. And the first encounter is a lot of nonsense. You can dupe the fucking orb and it's fucking hysterical. Like, this raid is a glitchy masterpiece. Cratos End is a glitchy like pile of dog shit when it glitches. But Scourge of the Past is like a comedic, masterful, like pristine, amazing fucking pile of glitchy nonsense. Like, it's amazing. Like, bro, you kill berserkers, you dunk charges, you dupe them. Because, like any Destiny player. And then, there's the Sparrow race. Yeah, that's right, the Sparrow race. Which you had to sparrow through a gauntlet of nonsense while Mr. X, the servitor, chases you down. It is extremely fun. And it's really fun. Because you get to see this terrifying devil chase you from behind and incinerate you. Then the Holy Encounter. This encounter is peak Destiny. Just witness greatness. That is all you need to see. Then comes the final boss, Insurrection Prime. You already know if you've seen the season of Splicer Experience that Insurrection Prime holds a special place in my heart. Amazing encounter, goofy looking boss. He was just everything you needed, and even though my friend got Anarchy 5 times before I got my first one, I love doing this raid. The loot, I don't really care. The armor set is good looking. Threat level and Anarchy carried the raid's whole loot pool, and that's a fact. Numero uno. I think you all saw this coming. Last Wish. Yep, the usual pick for number 1 for most people aside from King's Fall and Wrath of the Machine. This raid has everything. Gorgeous aesthetic, memorable bosses, best soundtrack, some of the coolest looking weapons, and the greatest final boss in any raid. There's so much to say about Last Wish. The Witch Wall is something unique. Callie is possibly one of the best, if not the best, intro encounter of all time. Because, it depends on DPS of the player instead of, similar to Crypt Security and Dickwad McGee's Vosic. In his initial. Then there's Shuro Chi, absolutely great chase encounter and requires great coordination. Morgith, he's a pretty generous boss, as well as allows for the use of a lot of different types of DPS options that can really net you a very easy one phase, because it's just a very enjoyable encounter. Then there's the Vault encounter. This is the best non-boss encounter next to Death Zamboni and fucking funny Sparrow race. Down at Scourge, his boss fight, well, no, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm fucking mumbling on my words. But it's super fun and simple. It's very fun to replay and to flex your knowledge about how which is Antumbra and Penumbra. Then comes Riven of 1,000 Voices. Riven legit left me speechless on how amazing it is. It is hands down the best encounter in Destiny history. If you ever get lucky enough, do Riven legit when you get that chance. Like, holy shit, it's so fucking good. The heart encounter is the cherry on top this perfected ice cream sundae, A short final encounter to reach the chest room and an experience you'll never forget. Now, when it comes to the loot, the auto rifle and bow are straight dog shit, but Chattering Bone, great. Supremacy was great until, Succession and Praetor's Revenge existed. Transfiguration, great. In terms of kinetic slots, in terms of kinetic scouts. Nation of Beasts is bootleg Fatebringer, and 1,000 Voices AK one of the coolest, if not the coolest, raid exotic in Destiny. It's a fucking death laser. And I almost forgot, there's Apex Predator, the best weapon in the game alongside Skyburner's Oath. Yeah, never forget those two. Those two go hand in hand together. Last Wish just had it all. There may never be another raid experience like the Last Wish. And that was about how I felt about all the raids. There's not really one I genuinely the only one I genuinely truly fucking hate is just fucking Deepstone Crypt. That raid just fucking sucks dick. I hate it, and I hope whoever I don't even know what to say. That raid just fucking sucks. That's pretty much how this all went down. That's how I like the raids. So with your guy, if you guys are out there in the comment sections, with the, just tell me what your top 3 favorite raids are. Give me an explanation on, a short explanation on why you love those raids. I don't really care if you like something like DSC, but I'm still gonna hate DSC. I'm a DSC hater. The average, I'm the average DSC hater where I'm just really big and buff and hot. So yeah, That's about it for that. And like one important thing that last Scourge also brought is that it also brought me, this special feeling, because I kind of just really want to stick my dick in